Right, here we are. We're back. You know, now you might be thinking, Jason, not this again. Where have you been? And you might be right, but this time is different. I promise you. I promise you this time is different, y'all. What up, y'all? Welcome in. All right, we're back. Excuse that. You might be thinking, Jason, what is going on? Is this your live stream that you're going to not come back to again? No, it's not. It is not. Things have changed. So, we're going to be seeing a lot of these streams. And, I have a lot of questions, y'all. I have some questions. I want to know for the new audience that is going to be here. What do y'all like to watch? You all can watch me do reactions? Should I do more challenges for my YouTube page and videos? Or should we do like these nightly streams? Now, here's some honesty, y'all. Here's some honesty. Can I be honest with y'all? I have been on streaming on, can I say the word? TikTok. I stream there daily, right? But the problem is, I'm like, all this content just goes nowhere. Goes fucking nowhere. At least on here, I like that whatever we do, say for example, oh damn, I missed Jason's stream. We have the replay. You know what I'm saying? We have the replay. So that is the great thing about this. The great thing. You guys can always, should I go darker? You guys can always check back with the replay. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I'm like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Well, I am chocolate. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you're gonna get with me. Is that a good thing, bad thing? I think it's a good thing because it's always exciting. It's fun here. Who likes a boring person? Someone that's you know what they're gonna say, you know what they're gonna do, you know their mannerisms, you know their gestures. It's just fucking boring. Over here, you never know what is gonna happen. Shit, I don't even know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, what am I gonna say next? I don't know. Side note, these are addicting, y'all. If you guys are looking to be addicted to something crazy, start drinking water. Water plug. But yes, let me turn on the fan. It's get a little hot in here. What I will say is, I gotta use to. Let me see. Where should I look? Should I look over here or right here? I feel like right here. What I will say is, we're gonna cover different topics. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. The World Cup, I want to tell you guys firsthand, and this is the all honesty. Damn. I wasn't a big fan of soccer. I wasn't. But it wasn't until this World Cup started. I want you guys to know I submersed myself into all of the games. I watched damn near all the games, almost all of them that I could. And then it started to get into elimination rounds. It got worse and worse. I was like a level 5 when the World Cup started, and 5 meaning the least interested until, like, the elimination rounds. I was like a 4, 3. By the time it was, I would say The start of the knockout rounds, oh my gosh, I was a one. I was in it, y'all. I have at least like, mm, 8 different jerseys. Now, I switch teams a lot because I'm just a fan of teams. I can't be a fan of teams. So, uh, out of all the countries, here's what I'll say, and this is 1,000% honesty. Out of all the countries, the number 1 team I resonated the most when they lost with was not USA, Mexico. Oh my gosh. When Mexico lost, it was like a sad day. I was at this packed club. Club was packed. Screens everywhere. It looked like something out of a movie. Imagine you walk inside of a club, standing room only. They had like stand have you ever seen a standing table? They had tables where it was like a picture and you were standing around this table. They were like tables at a section, but it was only for standing. So you walk in, first of all, it was a long line outside, but, we from LA, we got connections. We got little connections. So we walked in there, right? We walked in there and, they had if you look to the left, they had a room for tacos and tequila. Come on. How can you say no to that? They had tacos and tequila to the left, and then the guy walked into our section. We had a standing table, somewhat in the middle, right? Somewhat in the middle. And it was honestly, it was really nice. So you walk in, there were imagine just walls full of TV screens. TV screens all over the wall where if no matter where I look, I can see the game, right? So imagine all the walls were painted TV screens, big TVs too, not like no little TVs, ginormous TVs. They were so huge. And then when we looked down, they had a full mariachi band. And I didn't mean to press that one. I meant to say full band, decked out, full band, and they were jamming. So we walk in, look up, nothing but TV screens, screens. We look down, it's the band jamming, right? We're like, oh, and I'm in Mexico gear. My friends are in Mexico gear. I got the flag. I have a Mexican cape flag, a cape flag on. I we were just ready to celebrate all night. So we put our things down at our table. And what's the first thing you do at the club? What's the first thing you do? Now you're probably thinking, okay, we gotta go get drinks. Wrong. Fucking wrong. We went to the goddamn taco stand. We gotta get some tacos because you have to get the fuel in your body so you have energy to celebrate at the end. Because remember, I'm like, Mexico is going to beat England. They are because we need it. Our soul needs it. The community needs it. The world needs it. But let me back up. My first Mexico game, they played South Korea or North Korea or Korea? Japan. I'm sorry. It wasn't Korea, it was Japan. They played Japan and they won. And when I say this was the first time I have ever seen LA just light up. You'd have thought we won the World Cup. It was, you know, flags in the air, people were celebrating, people were in the streets, it's Viva la Mexico. And those people were me. It was me. And it was just like I felt like I was in a third world country. I felt like I was in a third world country because of just the celebration, the people, the energy. it was crazy, and I was like, "Yo, this is insane." This was when they, I forgot, it wasn't a knockout round, but Mexico won. They won their division. That's what it was. They won their division. And so that's when I kinda fell in love, was like, "Damn, Mexico woke this city up." And it's kinda what the city needed because it kinda brought everybody together, let's be honest. It brought everyone together. And so I was like, "Yo, I love this." Um, and this is what, let me hold on 1 second, 1 second. Hold on. I messed up. Hold on. Over here trying to click shit. My bad. Um, it was what the city needed, and that made me fall in love with Mexico because of how united it was. And you know what? Another thing too, that some other teams challenged us. I had on my Mexico jersey. No one ever was like, "Are you Latino? Are you Mexican? Are you the—" Nobody ever said that when I had on the Mexican jersey. That's another reason why I'm like, "Yo, Mexico, in my heart, in my heart." So, back to the club, back to the club. So now you guys kinda know why I fell in love with Mexico. It lit my city on fire. They welcomed me with open arms. It was just like a complete vibe. So now back in the club, we were at our section. We walked over to get some tacos. The tacos were bomb. Oh my god. You ever had some tacos that these tacos were so good, like, you sit in silence for about 10, 15 minutes, just letting the flavors just marinate in your belly. They were that goddamn good. They were just marinating. I was like, "God damn, like, these tacos taste so good, I low key just wanna slap somebody." Like, just, "Oh, why they so good?" So, after the tacos marinated in my belly for around 10 to 12 minutes, it was time to get up and grab our first drink, okay? Grabbed our first drink. So, we grabbed our first drink, then we went back to the table, and the energy was just up, the band was playing, people are just, like, in a mood to celebrate, like, it was such a good vibe, man. Such a good vibe. And the only thing to bring the vibe down was Mexico losing, and that's what they did. Oh, it was such a sad loss, y'all. It was a sad loss, but the World Cup was not over. So you know what I did? I said, I need to find a new team. I need to find a new team." And that next team that I picked, for that day was Brazil, right? Yeah, we're Team Brazil. Brazil's going all the way. Then Brazil loses. I said, "Fuck, fuck." Now Brazil brought the energy, but it wasn't like Mexico. I went to a Brazil event in Santa Monica. Although it was lit, it just was not Mexico. So, guess what we had to do? I said, "Okay, I have to pick another team. Gotta pick another team." And that next team I picked was Spain. Went to Spain, played actually in LA. Went to a Spain watch party. It was lit. It was turned up. They won. And it felt good. It felt good to put on a winning jersey. But the matches weren't over, and there was another game, Norway, and I said, yeah, I like Norway too. So I was searching so far, high, moon, left, right, different jersey stores, different cities. I could not find a Norway jersey to save my life. I was even on Facebook Marketplace, willing to drive like 45 minutes until something hit me. Like, what the fuck? Why am I gonna drive 45 minutes for this jersey when there's a shirt printing shop in my neighborhood? So you know what I did? I walked into that shirt printing shop where they make customized shirts, and I made me a goddamn Norway shirt. I sure did. Yeah, sure did. Fake it till you make it. It looked official. People thought it was real. So I wore the Norway jersey to the Norway versus England match, and fucking Norway lost. But luckily, I had an England jersey on standby. Because at this point, we know when you're such a bandwagoner, like, you hop from city to city, country to country, team to team, you kinda stay ready. And I was like, you know what? I was ready to switch and jump the bandwagon. So I put on the England jersey as soon as Norway lost. I'm not lying. And so, but I really didn't have any attachments to these teams because remember my heart was still in Mexico. So after England won, I went back to Team Spain, right? Team Spain, and you already know how the World Cup went. Spain went and spanked the hell out of everybody. Everybody. And I have the soccer bug. I'm like, damn, okay, what team am I gonna rock with? Because I can't just let this soccer bug go. Like I want to continue watching. So now, I gotta learn about the leagues. I gotta learn about okay, what time do these games come on? Because I'm in LA, right? It's a time zone difference. I gotta figure out what time these matches are. But I need you guys to help me pick a team. Who's our team? It's not Argentina or anything to do with Argentina. Fuck them. For the record. For the record, it's fuck Argentina. Is everybody clear on that? Got it. So here's what I need you guys help. What team are we rocking with for football? I've been saying soccer this whole time. Football. What team are we rocking with? Let's be honest. That's question number one. Question number two, what's our next challenge video? Oh, you thought I was done with them? I'm not done with the challenge videos. I like them. They are fun. But should we live stream them and then clip them? See? Now you're like, "Ooh, Jason, you kinda work with some. Maybe, maybe not, maybe so, maybe." I do not know. That's why I'm asking you. Okay, so we got a couple questions, you know? We got a couple questions. Are we going to stream 'em? Because you know what I noticed? I noticed a lot because 'cause I've been doing my research. I do a lot of research. I have been noticing a lot of pages are streaming now on YouTube. And I'm like, "You know what? Why the fuck am I not doing it? God damn it. Damn it." Ah, it's not too late though. We are gonna figure this out. But I need you guys' help. I want you guys to put in the comments what you guys think, because it's like we're like a team. You know what I'm saying? We're like a team. We work together. I hear what you guys say. We implement, we try some things, we see what works, we come back to the drawing board, we're like a duo, you know? So I want you guys to have your input, and I wanna hear what you guys are saying so that we can figure this thing out because we're gonna figure it out. We have no option. We're gonna figure it out, you know? And it doesn't take it don't matter how long it takes. We're gonna figure it out. But I want you guys to, share what you guys think. Like, "Hey, Jason, I think this," or "Jason, I think that." And I'm gonna be like, "You know what? You're right," or "You know what? You're wrong." But Imma listen. That's the key. A lot you know how many people are just in this world and they're just never heard, you know? So, I am going to hear y'all to a certain extent. Don't say nothing fucking crazy. Imma say things to y'all to a no, Imma hear y'all to a certain extent, and let's play on that. And on this journey, we're gonna see if we're gonna do more live streams or more videos. I'm gonna be pumping out shorts too. We're just gonna maximize this page to see if this page, if we can bring some life and energy to this page, or do we just start a new one? You know, because listen, at this point of my discovery, we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna try everything. So here here are our action steps. What I want you guys to do. Number one, drop a comment. Once you reach the end of this video, say, I reached the end. This is what no. Number one, drop a comment in. Once you reach the end of the video, damn, I can't even talk. Drop a comment. Once you reach the end of this video, comment end, and then comment more live streams or more videos. Put in more streams or in more videos. And with this feedback, I'm gonna compile what you guys are saying, and then we're gonna have a plan of action on our next stream. Deal? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all action tips, plans of action, things to do at the end. And because guess what, y'all? Like, we gonna figure this out. We gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna end now, but I want look, y'all got some homework. Okay. You got some homework. Don't act like you don't. And I'm gonna come back, see what you guys say, and we'll go from there, y'all. So this is not a goodbye. This is a see you soon. All right. See y'all soon, y'all. Be sure to comment. I need your feedback. All right.